Daily weather briefing with Chief Meteorologist Sam Layden.
And good evening, everyone. Thanks for joining us here at the National Storm Channel. I trust you had a great Tuesday afternoon across northeastern Oklahoma. It was a little bit on the cold side. We didn't even reach above freezing today. We got right at freezing. And you can see some of the icicles hanging down from some of the roofs in Tulsa where some sleet fell. Actually, some pretty heavy sleet on the northern side of town. And then that has melted and now has created these huge icicles hanging off of the edges of the roofs. And that's just a little bit of a reminder of where we're headed as we are just beginning winter, but it certainly felt more like January out there this afternoon rather than mid-November. Radar right now is pretty much all clear across northeastern Oklahoma. Not a thing going on as far as precipitation wise, and that's a good thing because lows this morning were downright bone-chilling, record-setting cold. McAllister down to 17 this morning. That was a new record. We tied the record here in Tulsa going back to 1911. That's 108 years. 15 degrees this morning. 12 in Skiatook. 9 in 4 Acre. That's single digits, folks, in mid-November. Just really unbelievable. But that's not really the champion. Look out in the Panhandle. -4 in a little town called Eva, Oklahoma, out there in the central Panhandle. And there were a few below zero readings. -1 there, -1 in the central part of Beaver County. So bone-chilling cold, and it's only mid-November. So, but don't think that this is going to be an indicator of what the winter's going to be like, because it can change. And just because we have this cold outbreak right now is not any really a sign that we need to take to heart as far as what kind of winter we're going to have. But still, nevertheless, it was pretty impressive to say the least. All right, we're going to see temperatures warming over the next few days, and that's good news. We're going to get out of this ice box, but it's going to take a while. And this is the reason why. We were only up to 32 in Tulsa today, also up in Skiatook. Same thing, 30 was all they could muster in Veneta, 28 in Miami, and 28 also in Jay, 28 also over in Westville. That's all they could get to today. And you can see one of the warmer readings in our area, 35 down in Whistler and Tallahena. And it was in the 40s in southeastern Oklahoma. But notice out to the west, look at this. Remember that -4 in Eva? Well, they went from -4 this morning to 56 this afternoon. That's pretty impressive temperature swing out there in the Panhandle. Of course, that's kind of common because of the elevation, number one. And number two, the drier air that's out there. And drier air is much more susceptible to rapid swings in temperatures. And that's what we saw this afternoon. So very, very impressive. A 60-degree swing in one day. That's quite something. All right, let's take a look at the current temperatures right now. And it's cold. It's temperatures in the 20s pretty much everywhere, including Tulsa with 25 right now, 22 in Skiatook, already in the teens in Talala where it's 18, also in Veneta it's 18, 16 in Cookson, and that's because of the valley there. The cold air is draining down into these valleys, so Cookson's way chilly right now. 20 in Worcester, 23 in Lake Eufaula. That's because of the lake effect, giving a little bit of extra moisture in the air and not allowing their temperature to drop just as much as everybody else, but still very cold. 27 in Oklahoma City, and look out in the Panhandle. It's above freezing out there. Meanwhile, we are in the deep freeze at least for one more night. All right, let's take a look at wind chills, because when you factor in the wind, it feels much worse. Only 7 is what it feels like right now in Talala. 16 there in Cookson. That's because it's calm. 12 in Westville. 13 in Jay. Here in Tulsa feels like 20. 15 in McAllister and Wilburton. Also feels colder out towards the west because of the winds are a little bit stronger out there. Even though they're slightly warmer, it's feeling a little bit colder because of the wind. So we'll take that over that. Dew points right now, very, very dry. So lots of staticky hair right now with a dew point of 12 in Tulsa, also up in Copan. A little bit more moist down to the south, but not by much. 18 in Sallisaw, 16 in Stigler, and 18 in Wilburton. So slightly more moisture down here in southeast Oklahoma. But look how bone dry it is out in western Oklahoma. 6 degrees on the dew point in Woodward, as well as in Ellis County. So single digits out there. And of course, that's what's allowing those rapid swings in the temperature. Satellite view shows mostly fair skies over northeastern Oklahoma. There's a few wispy cirrus moving through right now, but they're starting to dissipate just a little bit. Most of the cloudiness is off towards the south and southeast of us across Texas today, but no precipitation really falling with that. not expecting any. And in fact, they got really cold down in Texas too, setting some records there. Amarillo, I know, set a record this morning as well. Lows tonight, no records. We're instead going to see temperatures in the 20s, but it's still going to be pretty chilly. And like I said, some teens starting to show up as well. So these temperatures are actually going to need to be updated, especially around Tahlequah. They probably drop down into around 20 tomorrow. 27 in Tulsa, 27 in Eufaula, 21 in Tallahena, as well as Poteau. So it's going to be very cold once again across our area. And then tomorrow, we're going to see temperatures finally reaching up above freezing, around 47 in Tulsa, 46 in Bartlesville, 45 in Coffeyville, only about 43 in Grove and Miami and Fairland, and over there in Peoria, 45 in Tallahena, 46 in Poteau, as well as Eufaula. So temperatures are going to start to rebound just a little bit. And then tomorrow night, we're going to see readings right around freezing once again in Tulsa, 32 here, also in Bartlesville. Some colder temperatures in the outlying areas, some of these colder valleys like Muskogee and Tahlequah with 28 and 27 in Pryor, as well as Grove. A little bit warmer to the south and west with 33 in Oklahoma City, 32 in Kingfisher, and 32 over there in Enid. Now, over the next 7 days, we're going to see nice weather as far as the sky condition. Mostly sunny tomorrow with 47. That continues into your Thursday. But then when we move into Friday, we start to see increasing clouds just a little bit. A high of 51 and a low of 31. Then as we start the weekend, clouds really start to increase on Saturday, but we should still make it up to 53. Then on Sunday, we have a chance of showers late Sunday into early Monday with a high of 52. And with temperatures dropping down into the 30s, I think this is going to be all liquid on this particular event, and a high of 57 on Monday. Then we start to get closer to normal by Tuesday with a high of 61 and a low of 43. Normal by the time we reach the 19th of November is 59 and 38. And if we take a look at the extended outlook, we're going to see temperatures slightly above normal. On your Wednesday, the 20th, 63 for the high and 50 for the low. But then on Thursday, we have a front knocking on our door. So we start out with southerly winds in the morning, then turning around to the north and west. Temperatures falling once again. So the high will actually be in the morning at 55, dropping into the 30s. And then the rain starts late Thursday into Friday. And some of this could switch over to a mixture by the time we reach Friday morning. Now again, this is pretty far away and the models could change their mind. But right now, the European is the one that's kind of forecasting this. And I'm going to put my eggs in that basket right now because it's been the best model so far predicting these really cold Arctic outbreaks. So 45 on Friday and a low of 31. Then on Saturday, we get the precip out of here and we start to warm up just a little bit. 46 on Saturday and 33. Then on Sunday, another round of rain comes in, but we should stay above freezing for the most part, except for maybe along the Kansas-Oklahoma border. So they could see a mixture with this event as well. But I think most areas will see rain with this event. And then we finally dry out as we head towards Tuesday, the 26th, with a high of 52 and a low of 36. And if you're wondering about Thanksgiving, this is the earliest model forecast right now. So don't put a lot of confidence in this forecast right now, but this is just to kind of give you an idea of what we're thinking. Right now, Thanksgiving looks like a pretty big significant storm across the Central Plains. Right now, it's forecasting heavy snow from Nebraska up through Iowa and to Minnesota, on over into Wisconsin, with showers and thunderstorms south and east of there. Could even be some severe weather in Mississippi and Alabama. Here in Oklahoma, the front will have already passed through by Thanksgiving morning, so our winds will be turning around to the northwest, and it'll be turning much colder with cloudy skies, but at least no precipitation at this point. So we're going to continue to watch this, but if you are planning a trip up towards the north, you might want to keep in mind that there could be some travel problems up in the Midwest on Thanksgiving. But we'll continue to update that for you and keep you advised on any changes. If you're heading out to the lakes, they're looking better. The lakes are starting to fall closer to normal now, but most of them are still well above normal, especially over at Beaver. They really can't play around too much with that lake because once it gets above normal, it starts creating some flooding problems downstream. And right now they're at 8 feet above and falling, so thank goodness for that. Tenkiller's up there at 12 feet and is starting to fall. Wister's about 4.5 and falling. Keystone's looking pretty good at a little under 2 feet and is falling. Same thing with Skiatook right now. And Copan is right at normal and is holding steady. All right, let's take a look at the forecast from the 20th through the 26th nationwide. You can see a colder than normal bubble here over the Rocky Mountains and the desert Southwest. Warmer than normal pretty much over most of the country. About average right here in Tulsa, with warmer weather on the East Coast down into Florida. And then if we look at the precip, we're seeing above normal from the high plains right through Oklahoma into the desert Southwest, and drier in the Pacific Northwest and in the Northeast. All right, that's a look at your forecast. I'll be back tomorrow evening at 6 o'clock with a complete update. Hope to see you then. Thanks again for joining us, and sure appreciate your support here at the National Storm Channel. Have a great night.
Oklahoma weather. We know it can change in an instant. Get your weather from a real Oklahoma weather authority. Sam Lane is a third-generation Oklahoman. Like and share us on Facebook and on Twitter. All weather, all Oklahoman. Sam Lane is Oklahoma's weather authority.